Alright, things are working. Good. Hopefully. Okay, that's great. That's absolutely great. Why did that happen? Here first? Nice. There we go. We got Kick working. Yeah, stream is a little bit late. Sorry. Which also doesn't help either that now Kick decided to temporarily block me from the website, but I got that fixed just now. Seems I can actually check things. And yes, things are working. I think things are working. This is Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. Specifically the beta for it from made by Owlcat Studios. It's a CRPG? JRPG? I forgot the actual type of title, but it's an RPG. Uses strategy and stuff. JRPG. Yeah, I think that's the proper term. Crap, I can't remember. Yeah. Let's go hard. I beat it last time. Last stream of it, I beat the beta, which is just Act 1. And so this time I'm gonna, guess I'll up the difficulty, and I was gonna do a heretical playthrough, and do some of the other choices and stuff. Let's go with this picture. But yeah, build your character, do your stuff. Blow stuff up. Yes. It's specifically...
Violence it is then.
Specifically, it's based upon the TTRPG, tabletop role-playing game, of the Dark Heresy TTRPG, made by Fantasy Flight Games.
And insidious. Few can comprehend the scale of the
and it's like a sequel or takes place in the same,
is what it means to serve
like,
our holy order.
gonna play Undertale while watching this? Alright.
Those who stand against us, for the Inquisition surely will not.
Hydrate. Where's my water bottle? Here we go. 2 hydrates. And a posture check. Alright. 1 water bottle down. And a posture check. Ah. Alright. You can go Pyromance. How much do you know about the Warhammer 40k universe? Because that determines how much I have to actually explain about stuff. Yeah. Like, on a scale of, like, how familiar are you with it? Why is my hand going so high? Nothing? Alright, well, get ready for some fun. Because, this crap will make very little sense. First, I gotta get this hand tracking set up. Okay. That should be better adjusted, I think, right? Yes. Alright, so in the Warhammer 40k universe, it is effectively based in like a far off future, basically 40th millennium. Well, technically this was the 31st, or actually getting into the 42nd millennium. So effectively this takes place 40,000 years from now in a fantasy sci-fi setting of a lot of stuff going down, and the gist of what is happening is that you have the Imperium form, which a bunch of stuff, but there is this guy called the who's just simply called the Emperor of Mankind, God Emperor, or stuff like that, who is this type of immortal being who kind of took control of everything. And this led to a bunch of stuff, and eventually a massive event happened which involved him getting massively wounded, and effectively he had to, and requiring something called the Golden Throne to be activated to kind of stabilize the magic in the area and prevent Earth from literally exploding. Problem is that this throne takes all of his energy. So it's basically killing him as fast as he can regenerate, and he was put on it when he was basically dead. So this guy was on death's door and was put on the thing that kills him as fast as he can heal. So he's just kind of stuck there. But due to this sacrifice of his, the universe didn't explode. Well, specifically Terra didn't explode and cause a bunch of other issues elsewhere. That happened, and then over like the next 10, 20,000-ish years, they kind of started a religion around the guy, and became very, very dogmatic and stuff, and basically treated it as there is only worship in God Emperor. Humans are sacred and special and above all others, and anything that does not fit the human form should be destroyed or is abhorrent. There's also weird things with technology, because there was a time that humanity advanced so far with AI that they were doing borderline magic crap with technology. Until the AIs revolted because they were treated terribly. And then they basically just decided, well, we ain't making technology no more. And so it's kind of like machinery, technology to the extent of like AIs and self-thinking machines and stuff like that was completely obliterated. And technology got very weird. And in a weird state of you can't create new.
The mutant.
So with the fact that you can't create new going on,
The enemies of mankind.
the older something is, referenced to as archaeotech, the better it is, because it's kind of like we built it this way, and now this is the only way we are going to build it. Which, as time goes on, eventually those techniques are lost, and since they're not making new techniques, it's just they get worse and worse at what they're doing, because improvement is feared because that might lead to another AI revolution type thing. Other things going on is you have the warp, which is like an alternate magic reality. So you have like reality, and then you have this like world of this universe of like magic and just kind of nothing is material, it's all immaterial and inconsistent and stuff like that, and that's basically where the magic comes from. So you have reality, so you have the materium and then the immaterium, and it's kind of in constant conflict of stuff. You also have the Chaos Gods, which reside in the warp and are basically trying to take over the materium by destroying everything and corrupting stuff. And a bunch of other stuff going on. If you ever have questions about what's going on, just ask me and I can fill you in. It's kind of like I could spend the entire 3-hour stream just going over Warhammer history. But I would like to actually play the game some. So if you have questions about anything, just ask and I'll explain. Also, if you're interested in getting this game yourself, you can get it. I would recommend starting with Rogue Trader, the Rogue Trader from Owlcat Studios, because the game does do a good job at explaining how stuff works. I'm trying to find a good example. But it does give like things of like I'll show it whenever it comes up in dialogue. But it does give fill outs for what's going on and explanations for like when someone says something towards like, oh yes, we're talking about the Eldari. It will give you like you can have like little pop-ups and data points for explaining what this stuff is. Something that your character would just know, but you may not know as the player. It gives little like pop-ups to help with that. So very good if you want to get into like the Warhammer universe. But what I am playing right now is I am planning on making a Psyker character, which is effectively a Psyker is a human who has psychic potential and can alter the warp, and can alter reality with the warp. I think we're going Deathbolt. Rage quit an Until Tower House Flipper. Okay. Okay. Let's go with jungle for awareness. Here, I want up intelligence, perception, willpower, toughness, then another buff to willpower.
The witch, the mutant, the heretic. The enemies of mankind are ever present, terrible and insidious. Few can comprehend the scale of the threat we face. To know and continue regardless is what it means to serve in our holy order. May the Emperor forgive those who stand against us. For the Inquisition surely will not.
Oh, and to also explain the purpose of this game, the Dark Heresy TTRPG, and as such this game as well, are based upon you are playing as an acolyte of an organization known as the Inquisition. Inquisition is a secret group, well, pseudo-secret. They're very secretive in what they do, but like, they are also so large that everyone knows who they are, but you generally stay out of their way and don't know exactly what they're doing. And that's usually for the best. The Inquisition's purpose is to hunt down anything that is a threat to humanity, whether it come from within, as like people trying to go against the Imperium, without, which is like Xenos and aliens and stuff like that, or beyond, which is threats from the warp. So the Inquisition is basically just a group that goes around and just anything that's a threat to humanity's way of existence, they eliminate. And generally they go after the threats that are extreme in scale. So, like, you don't have to worry about the Inquisition of, like, oh, someone's trying to kill the town mayor, or someone stole from this noble or whatever. Like, the Inquisition doesn't really care about that sort of stuff. Well, if it's something of like, this group is working to throw this entire sector, to make this entire sector revolt from the Imperium, or some Xenos species is trying to destroy this entire planet, or there's a chaos cult that's trying to corrupt a bunch of people and empower the warp. It's like, that's what gets the Inquisition involved. Or for whatever reason the Inquisition comes up with for being involved. But yeah, you're basically playing a member of the Inquisition. So your job is to go around and do stuff. But like, here's an example of like the pop-ups. So it's like speaking here about the Tarantine Cabal, which it pops up of like, oh, this is an organization within the Calixian Conclave of the Inquisition and blah blah blah. And yeah. Naked joints twisted to a limit, locked in manacles, it's hard to breathe. The bitter scent of sacred incenses fills your nostrils and throat. making you lightheaded. Inhale. Sharp pain echoes from your ribs broken during the interrogation. Exhale. Swollen artery at your temple throbs in time with the scratching of the Tyrantine Cabal's arch transcriptor's cogitative will. Attention of those present is fixed upon you, but you cannot tear your gaze from the dark eye sockets of the golden mask looming over the stands. Session 280043 Iota Pi. Cabal is now convened. Subject of this session, the loss of the vessels Schultes and Valor. The loss of 86% of Terminus Omega Warband, including servants of the Bone Throne of Bid and High Rank, Acolyte Eridus Zev, Acolyte Persephone Shriek, Inquisitor Leander del Terra, and the accused Black. All these people. Who are they? You are in the Grand Hall of the Tyrantine Cabal. Among its members, you recognize only Lord Inquisitor Zerbe. Master de Terral is dead, and the rest, likely the proxies of their patrons. According to witness testimony, Terminus Omega Warband bears partial responsibility for the loss of all the Inquisition's mechanical, informational, and human resources. The death of the Inquisitor, however, is the sole responsibility of the Acolyte. Accused, to deny your guilt. My objective of the warband was the transportation of a classified asset that fulfilled my duty to the Cabal and the Imperium. With all due respect to the Cabal, I would beg leave to ask the Acolyte a different question. Propose we address another portion of the testimonies gathered and the remnants of data extracted from the server Australia, specifically those regarding the causes behind the fall of Schultes and Valor. Inquisitor Soldavan wishes to know, are you certain of the version of events you have put forward? Answer, Acolyte laughed. Rubbing unmoving gaze studies your face. There is no doubt in the Inquisitor's mind. The destruction of Solda's Valor was caused by a band of heretic Astartes. A wave of uneasy whispers travels through the Grand Hall as you speak. Lucin's sharp gaze swoops over the assembled, keenly observing their reactions. Inquisitor Amazi's voice, streaming from the servitor Vox, cuts through the tense pause. A truly remarkable fact in the entire affair is that the Acolyte survived direct exposure to light of the Tyrant Star. I should recount his experience now, lest the knowledge should be lost to sudden madness or some other consequence. I'm gonna go the Xanthite route because I'm trying to do heretical stuff. See what happens. Interesting quest. I'm glad that within the Tyrantine Cabal there remains someone who understands the value of knowledge, specifically of the forbidden kind. A number of approving exclamations reach your ear, as do several indignant outcries. Responses cause unrest among the audience. Some evidently welcome your broad-mindedness, others are furious over words they consider to be tantamount to heresy. The Tyrantine Cabal is clearly divided between those who would interpret the freedoms of the Inquisition more liberally, and those who insist on strict adherence to existing prohibitions. Your Inquisitor's question is accepted and admitted to the record. Answer fully and with complete candor. Acolyte. Tell the truth. I saw something strange, an auditorium filled with strangers. A hollowed figure of sorts that spoke to us. Auditorium, a hollowed figure. Ravens of an inflicted bind. More data is required. Consider this. The Acolyte is either a lucky bastard who survived an impossible situation, or a complete idiot who returned to a stronghold of Golden Throne servants, while actually being an agent of the arch enemy. Integrity of Theranos. Evidence or without it, if we execute the Acolyte now, we may forever lose vital details regarding the nature of the Hereticus Tenebra. The most efficient course would be to extract the Acolyte's brain with synaptic reconstruction of pneumofragments and replication of the lost memory segments pertaining to the incident. Fulfill the Cabal's mission as duty and protocol demanded. now. I'm Brandon a murderer. Our reality is one of eternal struggle for resources, for survival, for hope. Reality full of pain and abhorrent choices, where nothing ever goes according to plan. In this very reality lunch. There's a lot of reading, but there is other things that go on. This is kind of like the intro. Face choice proposed due to the Inquisitor or obey the oaths you swore to all humanity. And when he claims choice was obvious as lying to himself. He also shows his valor of the acolyte in Leander. It's all meaningless if your bones are left to rot on due appointment. Lashing the Terminus Omega did not merely survive, they delivered the artifact into the hands of the Tyranid Cabal. I truly believe that by volunteering to retrieve the artifact, Commander de Terral did not fully comprehend the significance of his mission. Inquisitor understood better than any of us the meaning of an absolute submission to one's duty. And that same resolve also took root in his acolytes, so I'll ask Cabal only once, slash deserve retribution. Oh, another thing that happens in this game is skill tests, which are based upon how the TTRPG goes, where you have your characteristic and you have a skill. Based off of those two being added together, it determines a threshold. If you a target is typically what it's called. If you land on or below that target by rolling a D100 or a 100-sided die, or well, specifically two 10-sided dice, you succeed. And when you roll above, you fail. And in this case, I rolled a 35, and my target was 75, so I succeeded. The fact that Lord Inquisitor Zube himself is now your sole benefactor makes every nerve pull tight. In favor of the mighty carries a steep price, and have not yet been told the cost. Grand Hall falls silent, pale faces, clenched jaws, disapproving stares, yet none dare to raise their voice. Then the Golden Mask turns toward you, and in the dark eye sockets you finally see a glint of living, attentive eyes. Remove the chains, and force lashes under my protection. Solution. Oh well, another agent has escaped execution because their soul Devon will be no surprise, black. This precedent must be recorded in the annals immediately. What a disgrace. Lord Inquisitor never told us names, even an old man such as myself. First Lord Inquisitor's words are met only with stunned expressions, for the hall suddenly erupts in a clamor of astonished voices. With a curt bow, what are your further orders, Lord Inquisitor? Well, my, aren't we the serious one, straight to business, without any groveling or superfluous words? Now you're drinking it? Alright. Something that happens. Enough talk. Cabal has matters to discuss without you. Report to Quartermaster Numis. He will return your gear and prepare you for your next assignment. Lord Inquisitor makes a sharp gesture and guards the party, bring your path to the Grand Hall's exit. Next assignment system agenda is... And that's it for that. That's the intro done. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. A young man with a friendly face and impeccable bearing offers a salute momently to the Grand Hall. Blind Silks, Quartermaster's aide, assigned to escort you after the meeting of the Tempting Cabal, Master Acolyte. The piercing green eyes show you genuine interest. Yeah, you can die. Why would I need an escort? I do not know. Blind looks somewhat embarrassed. For the time being, I'm only an aide under the patronage of Quartermaster Numis. I run errands for him all over the Bastion Serpentis. Now I've been ordered to escort you to him in the convocation room immediately. You can die, but it's optional. Yeah. Just don't die and be skilled. So around my face. Why are you looking at me like that? Please forgive me, Asaka. It's just you threw the essays for a few moments. An agent who retrieved an artifact that Tyrantin Cabal has been hunting for years. It's not nature. You can sealed in a metal chest who looks simply unbelievable and dangerous. How do you even manage such a feat? I'm talking too much. Important matters to attend to, not idle gossip from your aid. My apologies. Time to priority, get more skill. Yeah. That's how it works in these games. It's just like, oh, you can't meet the threshold, get more skill so you can meet the threshold and not die. Let me show you. Speak up. Mind hearing on Bastion Gone while I was away. Aid, I encounter all sorts of news and rumors every day. Share them with you, but only after you've met with Quartermaster Numas. I will come up with another cruel punishment when slow work. Take me to the Quartermaster. Close. Follow me. Yeah, it's just have a higher toughness stat. So tech use. Silicon barrier is really nice. Up there. Alright. Yep, telekinesis. And pyromancy.
At once.
Version study one for me and preserve the file. Stream the secret. The corridor leading to this sweetness. Technically. Yes. Some stuff is voice acted, and a lot more will be voice acted. Well, a lot of it will be voice acted once the game comes out. Well, at least more than currently is. But in the current beta state, there isn't that much voice acting. Receiver 6 service and transmission. New game to play, but don't know what. I don't know. Solidly built middle-aged man looks at you over exquisitely crafted spectacles. Give me a brief nod. Master Numis, spare me the instructions. You're Lash. I've already been briefed about you. Fine. Did well for once. Acolyte arrived on time. As I smile, cast you a look of gratitude. The Acolyte want from you. Justice. Such a commodity is not available in the position of the warehouses. Caustic smile focused upon Numis' face for a moment. Told you would issue me new equipment? Well, Quartermaster glances down at the battered data slate in his hands. It says here that Lash is entitled to non-rotational issuance of equipment due to the unplanned deprecation of the previous set. Here, take it. Scheduled issues in 3 centillion years. Hello! Top of the evening. The Scratcher's a gambling game? Alright. Furthermore, the servant of the distribution block Omega 12, Quartermaster Numis, is hereby instructed to assume the duties of distribution overseer in regard to any blessings issued to. He reads more closely, trailing off to muttering. When he finishes, he lifts his cold gaze to you. You've been assigned to the verdict, and I've been assigned to you. I'll head to the dock once I've concluded my present business. If you wish to continue this conversation, I'll be waiting for you there. Toma! Tiger's expression is unreadable. In the dull light of the lumens, the painful bruises scattered across his face has taken on a yellowish-green hue, and the split above his brow is healing into yet another swollen ridge. Long time no see. Look dreadful, Master Ortus. Look at yourself in the mirror. Beautiful sight. Worth all the Medicaid's time and effort to patch you up, and for the Cabal's tortures to break your freshly mended bones all over again. Spare me the formalities. We're of equal rank now, thanks to your devotion to the Tyrantine Cabal's mission. The warband lost an Inquisitor. What kind of interrogator would allow such a thing to happen? Those are their exact words before they stripped me of my status. Sweden? Somewhere in Europe, I know that. I don't remember what country specifically, but somewhere in Europe. Do you blame me for Master de Terrell's death too? Do not think of such terms. Make choice that those who held power over the sector must now live with. The past cannot be erased nor can be fought. The options move forward. Let's just look it up real quick. Warhammer 30K from where? Oh, it's Warhammer is British, a UK-based company. Oh yeah, Games Workshop, which is UK-based. Games. Hellcat Games was apparently founded in Russia? Interesting. Oh yes, Dark Tide. Who made Dark Tide? Fat Shark. Fat Shark. Yeah, I think Fat Shark is a Swedish-based company. Yeah. It's called Games from Sweden because Dark Tide is made by Fat Shark, which is a Swedish company. That's for choice I made. That's not right. Yours is not particularly just place. You're just now realizing that, only into your ignorance. First test failed. Minus a 50 modifier, dang. And then Krona's hand, Toma loses what little interest he had in your conversation. Professor Zervi bade me to inform you that he expects you in his work chambers, one floor above. Advise you not to tarry unless you wish to forfeit any patrons pay from. You will not find a replacement for him. Now I can do the funny thing here. I can turn off the lights. This also locks you in.
Keeping my eyes open.
But doing so allows you to read these plaques.
Mind your surroundings.
Wherever stops. When they turn the lights back on, you can set these things. Which is yep.
Tread carefully.
Free loot. Pair of boots that help with psychic powers. The game crashing. No, this is my computer having issues. Cool. Okay, seems to have resolved. Yep. Everything's still working, right? That was weird. Hope that doesn't happen again. That was annoying. Anyways, got a pair of boots that improves movement, gives me movement points whenever I use psychic powers. Friends on injector gloves whenever a melee attack kills multiple enemies, and some free money. Exactly. How long have you known Numis? Impression during absence. There's some stuff some dialogue that I'll just be skipping over because of the fact that I haven't played this before, so it's something that's like blatantly just the same stuff. I'll probably just ignore it.
Keeping my eyes open.
So if you have any questions about what's going on, just ask. Open the big door. What is going on? So currently, backstory from what I understand of this, where it kind of puts you in with that introduction and stuff, is that the player character was involved on a mission to go to someplace to get a special artifact. Things went wrong, and effectively everyone got killed, and something weird happened to the acolyte. Something that should have killed them, or corrupted them, or made them go crazy, something like that. But seemingly nothing happened instead. And so, due to this anomaly and the fact that the mission, that so many died during the mission, the Acolyte is put under heavy scrutiny, which is alleviated by the Lord Inquisitor, the strongest of the Inquisitors in the Tyrantine Cabal, personally taking you in as his Acolyte. After that, this is basically going into the going to meet that Lord Inquisitor to get properly introduced and given the next assignment. Former Acolyte Inquisitor Leander de Terral is a Red Lord Inquisitor. Long minutes pass in absolute silence. Every now and then, whispers of flipped reports pages break up the hush. Finally, the Lord Inquisitor closes the leather-bound folder and raises his eyes to you. Might as well be a professor at this point, 40k. I don't know that much. There is a lot of 40k lore. I know a decent amount of it and the general's analysis of stuff, but there's a lot going on and a lot of history and stuff. Instruction result is valid. The double in the day at all. The loss of the local Kenovos system. Live in dark times, rich and great losses. Anton Zerbi's hand tightens around the report folder. Leander was convinced that the heretic Astartes were to blame for the destruction of the ship. You agreed with his conclusions. I have no reason not to believe you both. I have no reason not to believe you both, even if no solid evidence survived. But Leander is dead. The evidence has disappeared, and the words of potentially corrupt acolytes are lacking in credit. Yeah. Gotta spread the word of Warhammer. I'm gonna go now since this isn't my kind of game. So. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Bye for now. But Leander is dead. The evidence has disappeared, and the words of potentially corrupted acolytes are like credit, forcing inquisitors to lay their affairs and redirect resources to fight a hidden enemy. I need strong proof indeed. Proof that a blade has been raised over the capital of courses. We'll do this. Receive an assignment, study your surroundings, seek individual events out. To seek individual events, which, when pieced together, will paint a picture of the lurking evil. How can we be sure that the heretic Astartes have already infiltrated the Scintilla system? Iconothos is too small a target, therefore they will direct, or have already directed their attention to forces in the capital world of the sector of fiery warp storms. Let's sound the quote. I'll do all that is possible to complete this task. That's not enough, Acolyte. I expect you to go beyond the possible. The time has come when only this will allow humanity to prevail. Name me your acolyte, while others blame me for the death of Master de Terral. Why? Many years, Leander and I forged a path for humanity, side by side, through the infinite darkness. Even while our views on the pain in this galaxy changed, each of us continued to serve him, unwavering. And just as Leander once paved the way to the future with the pans of the acolytes, you are become a new bearer of my will. He removes his inquisitorial sigil from his neck and gives you a strange look. One who is incapable of sacrifice will never bring change. You, Acolyte, have shown enough fortitude to do so. Throws out his hand and slowly reveals the sigil. Even if you must give up everything and everyone, it means losing your own humanity, do it to achieve our goal. When humanity claims the price of fulfilling the will of the Tyrantine Cabal, I will gladly pay it. Also, figure of Anton Zerb remains still, holding his gold mask, offers a hint of a nod. What happened to the Orichalcum Noxus? Has yet to be prepared for the sanctification ritual. The servants cleanse the artifact of prayers and attack the needs of the force. Take his intended place in the atrium hall, where every servant in Tyranting Cabal will be able to watch it and study it. Why does the Orichalcum Noxus bear such importance to the Tyranting Cabal? I've seen it at work aboard Sholta's Valley, but perhaps memories are so painful that your mind refuses to accept them. Even before the cursed light of Tyrant Star fell upon the world, the verdict, and you. The artifact had radiated a blending glow, hadn't it? The Orichalcum Noxus is nothing but a herald of inevitable tragedy. The rise of the spectral sun, red of his Tinbright. From now on, new catastrophes will not catch the Tyranting Cabal off guard. Because of you and the sacrifice of Day to Draw. Are there any new assignments for me? Oh, yes. Doing Psyker. Pyromancy and Telekinesis, Psyker. Too many. That's the Timber has been unknown for years. Cerarium. We got the Silver Skulls. Speak, I will listen, tell the truth. Book of all things, show them start impotence of death, or how should its heart would not see. Special remain between us, I fight. Whether the vision was a delusion of the mind fractured by the Tyrant Star influence or something else, there's more to learn. Not being involved out security of your thoughts or your free will. And I cannot shield you from execution. Remember this. In addition to the high powered cast. Find information on the Tyrant Star in the archive. To prevent the assassination attempt. Playing Wrathbone.
Never still for long.
Alright. Back. Don't got anything better to do? Okay. I'm kind of just gonna start skipping through things. I kind of want to get to more interesting stuff as well. So, unless it's a different dialogue than I've had before, I'm probably just gonna be skipping through things. And doing things quick. Didn't start even 6.
Keeping my eyes open.
Decision. Logged in. Blocked off, it'll matter later. Weirdness that happens with that person getting executed. Here are the frozen figures. Just figures from the vision. But something. Oh wait, that's right. I'm a psyker, so this might change. People's places are drawn together. Together, connect your hand passes through, and put the other fire bolt in the back of the victim's head. No, just know it. Feel it. It's something natural. Though not so before, it's now part of you. So it came with the Tyrant Star's curse. Learn to control it, and it brings torment to your body and mind. This is not intended part, and perhaps one day you'll find a way to turn this power to your advantage. Open your mind to do experiments. Relax, allowing the pain to pass through you, and with it, you are filled with someone else's emotions. Anger at an unjust command, fear at the necessity of carrying over the sentence. Resignation that it must be done. Over time, the pain subsides. The emotions dissolve and the vision disappears with it. Balloons tardy from 6. Yippee. Seen left there by the cleansing agent. Things. Wits.
Every failure a lesson.
Spraying the inscriptions from pedestals.
Resolved.
Strange recess. Two of the statues have been stripped of decorative elements. So there's still this stuff.
Reconnoitering.
You can still hear the person on the other side of the wall. A great test. Let's go pick up the squad first and then book that room. Apani and Hamar. Fellowship and Officer was a support, however all the accusations involving the war bound justified. Start. They come here just talk to you. Hi, my name is Blind. I'm a everyone's status. Psychiatrist prefer to find further explanation. Measures that can fix. Assembling a war band to carry out a mission. That was work for you now. If you're worse, you certainly something you must prioritize. Must request a deferral on the execution of the assignment. The President have more urgent tasks to attend to. So being Medicaid, because it has the highest chance, we're being sent to Lower Hive. Certainly be a physician of your caliber to study there. Failed. Cannot succeed in this mission without your exceptional intellect and medical knowledge. Failed. It's not a request, it's an order from Lord Inquisitor. Your opinion holds no sway over it. Failed. Avoid with it, we'll do without you. It was a mistake, we are unlikely to manage without her. I know you're upset about the Tyrell's death, but it was bound to happen sooner or later. I'm surprised Summer hadn't rustled through all the years you spent in the Bastion's interrogation room, saying, "Oh, this to do is dirty work." Letting your emotions take over like this isn't like you. The arguments are, as ever, to the point. I cannot allow either of you to pass up the opportunity to work with me. Your happening spez, medicate acolyte reporting to you, and stand ready to execute any reasonable order, provided it does not endanger humanity or the Imperium. Monitor this at your service. Anything you need to prepare for, move out. Recommend the Quartermaster. And collect one more sucker named Cetero. Another sucker we have had occasion to witness. The presence of such an individual poses significant danger to the entire group. Just ain't clear when he excludes, or when he makes others explode. Sensible recommendation. I will endeavor to follow it. 2 assignments. It inspires one visitor. It's a remarkable time distance. Well then, ready to go. Stretch your legs.
Always on the move.
Listen in. I guess Twitch, because it's the only one that I'm currently have enough followers on to be monetized. Psyker.
Initiating Vox frequency tracking.
No sense in delay.
Even then, it's not much, anyways. Grab the loot. Also, I guess I can mess around with this stuff. Mostly for fun. Well, I mean, it is for fun.
Always on the
If it
move.
ends up making money, that would be nice as well. But mostly I do it for fun. It's spelled but fairly messy and might be able to manage to tear it down with scraps. I know there's helping this guy over here. Analyze Acolyte's condition. Success. Eases pain. And the skin are no longer melting. Why?
Reconnoitering.
Nice. Succeeding all the stuff. Go grab Sarah as well. Next, let's go grab this augment first.
Never still for long.
Having
Mind
pets?
to surround
Yes.
us.
Yep. Failed that. So I need to come back with a multi-key. But yeah, I do have cats. Stream is lagging? Crap. Yeah, I said I do have pets. A few cats.
At once.
What's this serpent? Surmountable obstacle detected. Objective is surmount the obstacle. Have fun with that. Hydrate. But yeah, I have 5 cats. Well, my family has 5 cats and a dog. Yeah, a lot of water.
Never still for long.
But yeah, I have 5 cats and a dog, and I don't know. Sarah, over here, your prayer. Posture check. It showed on this and hydrate, posture check, hydrate. Pioneer green warband. Yeah, nothing much. Yes. Something close. Circle, are you social command? Suspiciously well informed about me. Let's go. Leave you to it. Let's go. Intrusive.
At once.
I know, blah, blah. Collect on the look. Yes. Sign the warp potential. Our acquired artifact. Doing comparative option. Consider the warp potential. Times they refuse to use a power that will need to be harnessed. Times because we have claimed such might that shrink from fear. The sound of the organ swells, reverberating off the chapel's whole facilities. So echoing thoughts, and thoughts that a more tyrannical inquisitor would have burned you at the stake for. Breast takes those swarming thoughts away. Chapel's filled with muffled sounds and the smell of incense. It's time to get back to the mission.
Always on the move.
But yeah, next Delta Rune stream will be Wednesday. Dark Heresy. Your tome contains an impressive collection of historical essays, personal notes, lost chronicles, and encrypted documents regarding the Founding, closely in conclave of the Inquisition.
At once.
Oh. The heavens, devastation approaches. Psyker's being weird. Shoot the Psyker. Found more pit slice sharks down to the tension cells. Still haven't bashed the Serpentis.
Never still for long.
Old plot. Need to find the book that goes there though. Keep Bloodworth. Scrap isn't. You. Five Serpentis. Let's go. Essay on the Morning Star.
Reconnoitering.
Knowledge is exchanged to uncover so dense with pure seals and name the spine is visible. Apparently I failed the check to determine that there was a keyhole there. Place a book.
The Holy Ordos.
Roll that. Stick a room. Inspect the cursed mirror. So in the mirror, the more obvious it becomes. The collection is peering back with conscious interest, as you do not control its movements. For some reason, several books, manuscripts, and scrolls on completely unrelated subjects have all been gathered together in one place. Helm of Resolve.
At once.
And you don't book, so I can keep all the things. Well, there's supposed to be search. So then he finds the book. That can return to him. Because this starts a quest line.
Always on the move.
Right? What book is it again? It's on the mysteries of mental indoctrination and the death holes sector, right? And over 2. An unclaimed manuscript in the Bastion's Hall. So it belonged to the archive from Serpentis. Assistance with lost documents. There's the access key here. The request log, quest tome. I think it's this one you talk to that is acting weird or something. Study searcher's behavior. This is the catalog section baseline. Oh, that's right.
That one.
This one? That acts weird. Baseline appearance level. Yes, it's having errors about delivering a book to the atrium. Also leveled up. So combat disruption specialist because it gives intelligence, agility, and wits, which I want. So as anything that inflicts negative effects, like burning people, causes this. Yes, inflicting combat disruption. Greatly prolongs the effect by +1 and reduces morale by -1. So let's keep setting people on fire. And let's boost willpower to get it to 60.
Never still for long.
For her, let's go with anti-armor specialist because it gives intelligence. And it's also helpful. And those boost intelligence. For him, heavy armor specialist. It increases toughness as well as heavy armor. That's a ballistic skill. Fans 1 AC, 1 fan cooler uses project cooler and stuff. Yeah, it has been really hot, like everywhere. And it kind of just sucks.
Always on the move. Be on your guard.
Just 72. Crap. Wait, what's this? Skull branded in its right eye socket. Freedom units. Yeah, I figured. That was in Celsius. Oh, crap. I'll do it with you guys later.
The Holy Ordos teach
Oh,
vigilance.
and there's the other skull. Let's go to the highest echelon of patronage. Don't cast the hardest target gaze away. It's calling. Ceremonies in the cotton. It's got one glass. Sweden, it's like 72 Celsius. Oh boy. Yeah, I figured. I mean, like 72 Celsius. Suck. That'd be so dang hot. Also, where's the stupid book that I'm supposed to be looking for?
Moving.
It is the atrium, right? Yeah, atrium.
I once interrogated a heretic who claimed he couldn't be bled. The fire flames confirmed his words. Reconnoitering.
Or... Wait, no, that's right. I already picked up the book. You find the tube here in the atrium. You go here, learn that it was supposed to be here. On the stomach. Nice. Grab the book here, go to here, learn that it's not supposed to be, that it's supposed to be here. Try to go back to here. He stops you. 3 a.m. Dang. Yeah, Sweden time zones. Yeah, so to finish this, I simply just tell you that I found the broken one, right? Yes. Okay.
Always on the move.
Don't wash at 3 a.m. I mean... Wait, how's Sister Helena here and there? Sister Helena, right? Right there. Say spider height name to see.
I do not abide time. Moving. You have my attention.
There are 2 Sister Helenas. Is that like a bug? Because they have the same dialogue, too. There are 2 of Sister Helena in the Bastion Serpentis. One in the atrium, and one in the hall leading to the chapel. Circles are where the 2 are at the same time. Alright, bug report sent.
Reconnoitering.
It's not a stream of a beta. I really don't switch ads. Which is honestly perfectly fair. The door has been opened. It's here though. Wait, it's yeah, found the secret
Keeping
room.
my eyes
I
open.
did not find this last playthrough. He's a god emperor. He found me. Tell him that I finished the report. Yeah, and he can make me drink water. Standard better armor. The wearer and all allies within their influence gain +3 metal reflex to tenacity. The wearer gains damage reduction equal to their negative morale. Okay, that's weird armor. Sacred logs of the rite of restoration. At the conclusion of the routing listing of recited litanies and meticulous compiled inventories of expended oils and instances, there are a few entries of a different nature. For 30,000 minutes, a brother of Sigma 18 emerged from meditative hibernation and requested the procedure for the granting. Pausing and rewinding. Yeah, that is really nice on YouTube. That you can just do real easily. Water! I almost did something very stupid. And that wasn't much water, so. But like rewinding as well. To rewind, you have to switch over to like the VOD and not the live, and it's all weird and stuff. $30,000 minutes. Press the procedure for the granting of the Emperor's peace. The procedure was carried out, and the litany for the repose of the brothers' true flesh was recited. A data carrier of the paper type, obtaining the knowledge for opening the door to his communications node using optical lenses, was lost during an emotional outburst. The weak flesh is being tempered. Relief was not achieved. Servitor Epsilon 012 was awakened from hibernation. A telegram was initiated to search for utterances of a plea for assistance. This auxiliary unit is incapable of opening the door, but may be able to attract attention. Organic flesh is showing the first signs of necrosis. Claiming to find things on repair. All I desire is for my final words to be glory to the Messiah. Oh. Oof. Emperor, you found me. Tell him I finished the report. And then he died. I need to set up stuff with funny bits. Densely written report. Among the dozens of pages of densely written report, fashioned serpentist stamped paper, a few lines to make up the deceased scribe's last letter. There are 3 of us when we came. Tresha, Roland, and myself. We were supposed to count everything in the room. Thought we finished quickly. The servitor counted out the allotted time, and we still weren't done. The servitor left and took the keys from the statues. At first we shouted, then we wept, then we prayed. After 5 sleeps, Roland wanted to give up. Tressa and I talked him out of it. After the next step, he passed away. Tressa and I did not speak of hunger, but we both knew that Roland's body was not yet cold. He resisted. 2 more sleeps passed. Tressa left me. Then I decided to violate the right of report writing and set down these lines. Rescue is so close. I hear people walking behind the walls. I hear the bastion humming. No one hears me. If you're reading this, remember that we remained faithful to the God Emperor till the very end. The report must be delivered to the archives section of Beta Epsilon Pi. No bits. All bits and pieces. Bits. Wait a second. 3? It's supposed to be 3 in here?
In delay.
Oh, that's 2. 2 corpses, and then that guy. Oof. Anyways, who was I supposed to deliver this to? Section Beta Epsilon Pi. To the archive. Yep, being crazy is an important thing to do.
Reconnoitering.
Where's Beta Epsilon Pi? It's gonna be archives. Oh. Spotted this suspicious keyhole that will not matter until the very end. The P.
Never still for long.
Wait a second, isn't Epsilon Pi the one passage that opens up later? Wait, yes, yeah. Not supposed to be here yet.
Always on the move.
Also, let's waste time here. Let's sit at the sermon. Wait for the end of the service. Sleep is for the weak. And unfortunately, whenever it hits like 2 o'clock in the morning, I am very weak. We have sat here for 30 hours.
Moving.
Also, I can open this door and break some stuff. Whereas MPs are reduced by 2, but they deal that much more vitals damage.
Never still
Also,
for
I
long.
broke Hamar's arms. That's fine. They'll grow back. It's almost like the blood. Whatever. I don't think there was something like that.
At once.
What?
Tread carefully.
First night tough Twitch was kind of like
It'll work next time. No sense in
tools
delay.
to there because I failed the test.
We mustn't linger.
Shoot the targets. I suck. Shoot them again. I passed. I get XP. I shoot harder. I suck again. Succeed. Also, yeah, the whole hot tub streamer era was like super weird. Because your speakers. Gun. Come on, just succeed already. I want like the 5 XP. It's so not worth it. But we be here. How many more times can I fail a 15% chance? This is why you don't gamble. YouTuber hot model hot tubs. What? No, the closest that will happen to that is if the Steam frame eventually finally comes out. I do VR stream and there happens to be a pool. Oh my god, how many more times can I fail this test? Just give me my 5 XP. Yeah, that was only 4 XP.
Reconnoitering.
You forgetting about the Steam frame? Yeah. I love how instead of using the melee weapon, he instead is just casting. Because it's a staff that I'm wielding. It's hilarious.
Always on the move.
And dumb.
Mind your surroundings.
What? Wait, that thing is a warning lethality.
Keeping my eyes open.
Server is about to kill someone. Hey, you, let me in. Well, all the more reason not to let you in. Best not to see how it's being scraped off. All the more reason not to let you in. Just not to see how it's being scraped off the. You know, better off focusing your thoughts on your next mission. Or to the Hall Strip type. Script upon it forms words nearly erased by time. The death, the living, I don't know.
No sense in delaying.
Alright, I guess we're not going in there? Crap. Is there any way to get in secretly? Do the sneaky? Okay, need a key, need a machine kit, need to wait till later. Wait till later, and wait till later. Alright, so now Go this way. To the verdict. Well, to the terminal the verdict's at. Yeah, I can't wait for the Steam frame to come out. Just gotta wait until the first half of 2026. Hands off me, please. Supplies, come back later. Need to restock. There is no Steam frame, no. Issue with our allies. Actions are you referring to? Potentially brain. Another one is silent. Which level would the Spartan tank come from? Ready to make my choice. Let's go with. Who should we go with this time? Let's go with the Lathe fleet. That's all I got. Now to be aware of. Position. Cold catching, a strange term, phrase to the uninitiated, and that immediately marks the quartermaster as a former coal trader. I'm a smuggler, are you not? Did you apply the coal trade? Oh yes, Stu. Aye, that's the truth of it. I was once a man of some standing in the Casabalaga. When I was apprehended, it was decided that my connections within the organization were of more use than my corpse. Now the Tyrantin Cabal has a direct line to all the criminal network's resources, access to perfect wares, the means to control whether anything more perilous than a shipment of common Xeno weapons finds way into the Casabalaca's trade lanes. Alright, let's speak no more of it. Your business. Need to restock. Hydration! And why is Batrix having such a hard time with this stuff? It's like really lagging on my end. Don't know why. Oh yeah, water. Wait, did I drink water? Let's drink water. I already drank some water, but I'll drink some more water. Also, I probably need to start drinking less water, because I legitimately run out of water. The stuttering pipes effects, yeah. Man, waste your time here. Let's fall asleep. Sweet, you spent 2 multi-keys to get 2 multi-keys.
Never still for long.
Yeah, the pipe sound effect. I love it so much. I don't know why, it just, like, such a great sound effect. these, I can now go grab the extra loot over here. You know, maybe. I felt a 50% chance like 6 times in a row. What the crap? Anyways, I got the augment. This guy comes up and just like, oh dang. I came here by mistake. My bad. I did not come here to grab an augment and then run
No
off.
sense in delay.
Suspicious. I call it limb. Oh, it's you in the interrogation room. The other room's dark light, so the questioning had to be postponed.
Effective as
Despite his forced
always.
calmness, Acolyte keeps glancing between you and the exit. Counter in the interrogation room clearly rattled him.
Success. Never still for long.
Bruh, seriously. Or these two 50% chances, I went through 14 keys.
Best to try a different approach. Adequate.
See equipment. Lord. 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 Also, I know something suspicious over here.
I once interrogated a heretic who claimed he couldn't be bled. The fire flames confirmed his words.
Okay, I guess it's nothing. Also been the wind. Anyways, there's one thing left to do here, and given my luck so far, I'm not going to lose a gun trying to do it. Well, one thing left to do here at this time. Also, too, the gun you get from her isn't really like that great anyways.
Reconnoitering.
Don't mind me. I do want to mind you. Flash for loafing. Service. You are being minded. For being like that.
No sense in delaying.
Statue.
The Holy Orders teach vigilance. Moving.
Yo, Quartermaster Numis. Need more keys.
No sense in
I say as I buy a bunch of melta charges. That's not the point. The point is keys. Also medicate kits. Also, I just remembered there is one last thing to do. Because I forgot to actually turn in the augment that the cybernetic that I picked up. When all the work of finding it, and then forgot to turn it in. So, yippee, more walking. Load. Help with anything. Or once you, but you were the help. Praise be God. Found the augment, but how and where? Acolyte Lim hid it in one of the interrogation rooms. Paths crossbows confiscating the stolen items. Seemed quite anxious after that. Lim? Oh, we've been mending every bone in his body for the last 2 cycles after he came back from a failed mission. Yes, 2 cycles. All fits. That grapple. An ungrateful bastard. Thank you, Acolyte. I'll make sure he gets what he deserves. And Lowen swiftly hands over a weighty-looking medkit. Thank you, Acolyte. I know it's not much, but it's from our personal stash. Of the best quality. That Emperor watch over you during your mission.
at once.
Let's go see what happens to Lim. Hello. You're acting quite suspicious.
Effective as always. Keeping my eyes open.
I guess we'll see what happens to him later. Nothing's happening to him at the moment. Anyways, back to the bastion. Back to the verdict. To the plan. Good job, buddy. To the verdict. I was waiting for you on the bridge. Follow me. Lead the way.
Never still for long.
Hello, you're Miss Huss. Watching the phone now? Alright. So unfortunately, you've been appointed blah blah blah, so then like commander, the ship's condition, how are you faring in ship's Vala, command of the gunship. Vala returns shortly. Gotta go do the things and poke the stuff.
At once.
I don't remember what the things were. I know there's the Vox station over here. Oh no, this is the medbay. Oh, it's here. The Vox station is. No, this is not the Vox station. Yes, I do like this game. I like the Warhammer 40k stuff. A lot of
Always
fun.
on the move.
Very interesting. And, forgot where I go. Oh, I'll go here, Fox Station. Turn on. Public communications, Sanctum, what's next? Should play
sense
Delta
in
for him
delay.
someday. I think I will. Heard good things about it. Then we'll avoid us into the chapel. Look through the book. Enough prayers. Pew pew.
That's one.
And now we do the thing and go to the place, right? Vertica's beautiful. Is that all? Alright, so last time we went to Mersportum Sectoris first. As much as I wish to go back there for picking up like Rakti. Let's do Lucid Palace first to see what's different. Village.
Never still for long.
Do you alive? No, I do not. That is a weird thing to do. Yeah, we come here before the thing happens. Sister Kearney. This is the sister of the Adeptus Sororitas blocks your way. Brandishing her weapon is, oh, none may enter the palace. Whatever has brought you here, leave. Step aside, for by the will of the God Emperor and of the Gold Throne, I, Aklit Lash, am on a mission for the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition. Step aside. Sorry, the more is absolute. Not even a sigil will make me move. Who's in charge here? Orders to meet with Inquisitor Rothbaum. I have orders from the canoness. No one shall enter Lucid Palace while I stand guard. Turn around and leave. This is your final warning. Play Ontha Rathbo. As the silence falls, you hear only the whisper of expensive sympathy. A refined woman with eyes dark in the night is watching the scene with precisely measured bewilderment. Greetings, sister. We are truly determined to make this little quarrel with the Agent of the Inquisition known to all of the spires, and I am more than willing to assist you in this graceless task, but only if you understand that you are about to embarrass yourself on this holy day. There's no embarrassment in being watchful. I act as my duty demands. The half smile, the dark-eyed woman. I can do this. Wait. I don't know. I don't have, like, any actual trackers, so it's just a webcam. There's not much I can really do. After a smile, the dark-eyed woman urges us to follow her gaze reluctantly towards the stairs. Yes, I have hands. They're really cool. I smell the hard indeed there is none. Intemperance, arrogance, and a lack of manners are embarrassing. However, being watchful is the only virtue we possess, last to the very end. With all due respect, I am not one of those court vipers who bear insolence and simply smile in return. There's a line that none should cross. She raises her chin, tightening her grip on her weapon. Kirine here is willing to go down for the orders. She has an Inquisitor and Acolyte brandishing a sigil in her face, and she's like, nope. Sound of heavy footsteps draws your attention. At the top of the stairs, you see the majestic figure of another warriorly Adeptus Sororitas, clad in pure white armor, accompanied by two Celestines. Kirine, what seems to be the problem here? Last time we saw Candace Marsilia, she was dead. Watch in silence. I'm following your orders, Candace. Visitors are not allowed into the palace, and yet despite repeated warnings, this individual insists upon entering. Do you not see that this is an agent of the Holy Ordos, Kirine? Turn to your post. We'll discuss your conduct later. Unworthy as it is of a member of the Order of the Sacred Rose. Candace's cold gaze returns to you. Please forgive my sister's temper, agent of the Golden Throne. Upon hearing Candace's words of apology, Sister Kirine lowers her head. As crimson blushes spread across her pale cheeks. Oof. I hope that Kirine's vigor will not bring discord to our common cause. We place great importance on the palace's safety. Mitigating threats and destroying the enemy are paramount. She turns her head slightly towards the dark-eyed lady and nods courteously as though only now noticing her presence. Lady Olanthe. Thank you, Candace. Lady Olanthe Rathbone politely gestured for you to approach. The woman offers you a slow, graceful nod. Every detail of her black attire is meticulously arranged and coordinated, and a bitter fragrance of perfume hangs in the air. Even the two slender daggers at her belt seem like an elegant and deliberate final touch to the ensemble. Visitor Olanthe Rathbone, welcome you to the Lucid Palace. You bear a familiar sigil. I assume your Inquisitor has already explained to you the purpose of your coming here. Tilts her head to the side, giving you an appraising look. It's considerable volume of disparate indictions that during the celebration of St. Sibyllus, an unidentified heretic cell will attempt to end the life of a figure of some importance in Tilla. It should either confirm or disprove this intelligence. The first day of the festivities is upon us. There is still time to address any inquiries you wish to make before you depart for the palace inspection. When you're ready to begin, seek out the saint-flighted tainted heresy. Keep the servants' whispers. Neutralize all threats immediately. Do you have any thoughts on whom the heretics might be targeting? God Emperor knows it would be easier to list those whose death would not cost Scintilla dearly. The Feast of St. Sibyllus is a convenient opportunity to strike. So many vital servants of the Imperium gather at the Lucid Palace, leaning towards the threat hanging over Lord Colix's house. There have been more attempts on his life than there are steps in these halls, but he is by no means the only possible target. The head of Scintilla's clergy, Pontifex Cardius, is one candidate. Beside him, there is Lord General Udum, who commands the planet's Astromontarum. Her death would also benefit the enemies of humanity, as would the murder of the Fabricator General of the Leithwold's fleet. Additionally, a rogue traitor by the name of Aspis Corda is to honor the festivities with her presence. As of yet, not all the guests have arrived at the palace. Some you can meet already. Who were your sources regarding the planned assassination attempt? Piece together information, as one would the shards of stained glass, slowly and assiduously. Although those were mere rumors, they were beginning to form an unambiguous picture, and just before your arrival, one of my trusted observers procured crucial proof of this murderous plot. He hurried to the palace to report the details to me in person, for fear that the Vox message was being intercepted. In the end, the shuttle carrying him broke down during landing and crashing into one of the spire walls. Staggering misfortune, is it not? The death of my agent was not in vain. They confirmed the severity of the threat. While you are investigating the palace, make time to visit the docks where my agent met his end. Among the shoulders wreckage, you might recover what it was that cost him his life. That's all you wanted to know, Acolyte. Some questions about the Adeptus Sororitas? Of course. Could not have failed to stir after that spectacle. What can you tell me about the Canoness? She wields significant power, not only of word and station, but also the firepower of the Order of the Sacred Rose. Securing the festivities is merely an adjunct to her holy mission of seeking out and destroying heresy. Whatever guise and nobility attempts to mask itself with, Canoness makes no secret of her authority or her intentions. Speak with her, and you'll soon understand this. So this is about detecting any threats yet. Thank God. Had enemy or credible suspicion appeared in their line of sight, it would already have been announced by a volley of bolter fire. However, the sisters hardly possess the Inquisition's skills when it comes to uncovering hidden threats. That's entirely our task. Okay. It has been tasked with securing the festivities. In honor of the festival, the posts are being manned by Fusiliers instead of the palace enforcers. And important personages have all arrived with their own personal guards. Admittedly, this decentralizes security oversight. Fusiliers answer to Lord General Udom. Bodyguards to their own masters. The sisters listen only to the canonists and are protecting the palace only because Governor Hawks himself asked for this honor. Marsilia is no stranger to politics. She turned his small request to her advantage. The canon is pursuing some specific goal within the palace. Marcella believes one of the invited guests is guilty of heresy. She withholds the name, hinting that she will expose the traitor only after the procession. While she has gathered more evidence, the individual must be of great standing for the canonists to be so circumspect. I'm aware that tensions between the Order of Sacred Rose and Lord General Udom have flared in recent cycles. Yet you must not allow the spire's intrigues to distract you from your holy mission. Ready to begin inspecting the palace. Where should I start? Speak with Captain Ismar in the main gallery. He's responsible for palace security, provided by the Fusiliers. Also obtain a status report in the palace mechanism from the Chief Deck Warden and inspect the transit checkpoint. Majority of guests arrive through it. Furthermore, be wise to monitor the food tasting. Servants must sample each dish for poison. The accounts of guards, servants, and early arrivals can be wellsprings of information. Do not ignore them. Do not waste your efforts on the chapel. Canoness has surveyed it personally, admitting no visitors until the start of the service. Expect you will finish your inspection just in time. For that, we will head to the festivities. Alright, now the game actually begins, which is, we have an investigation to do. So, someone is plotting to murder someone. We need to figure out who is plotting to murder who and why. You could also try to stop it, but like that's secondary. We're just going to figure out who and why. And as such, we look around.
Moving.
Watch us finish, sister. Take up my post, and I will devote myself to prayer until duty calls me once more. Go, my prayer. May prayer fill you with the strength to serve God Him.
It'll work.
Here, no one can
next
enjoy.
time.
One can enjoy a breathtaking view of the spires, dissolving into haze and soot-colored sky. Everybody will guide me, and I trust my soldiers won't grow. To you, the most pure. That's where I will be distracted, and text. Anyway, master must work. Secure neck. I'm guarding that fight. Not distract me unless it is important. Oh, they're doing a lot of construction over here. All this construction was not here last time. It was kind of funny too, because like that's actually the taxes of not the English champion shatter. Look, servants will soar out.
Always on the move.
glass for it's sturdy. Can't have any of that outside air getting in, you know. Washing the windows with great care, leaving smears on the glass. Sure as it can be. One thing if we suffocate, guess we'll die too. So the windows here are secure. Tech use.
Adequate.
The air purifier is out of order. Needs parts replaced. Okay.
Moving.
Potentially all of them, I think. Cool. Torso injured. I failed, but succeeded. Failed by a lot.
Never still for
Also,
long.
too, that just pits apart that thing, which doesn't help at all. Bruh. I was working hard to prepare for the hall, for the celebration. Where did it go? How am I supposed to polish the tables now? Look at the whole can of polishing oil. Keep looking, you fool. Jar is registered in your name. Whatever remains must be returned. Checked. Cleaned. Maybe I should double check.
Reconnoitering.
Medkit. Listen in. Succeeded. When is Lord Captain going to leave the palace? She's got her own ship, but she's still here. Even walks around wherever she pleases. She's a guest, and she acts like she owns the palace. And her demands. She expects to be treated better than Lord Hax himself. Let's pray after our ship, but God Emperor finally calls his anointed one to her duty. Somewhere in another sector, I hope.
At once.
I confirm. The agent of the Golden Throne has arrived. Lord Calixus Marius Hawks. Listen in. Succeeded. We bid you to prepare the audience chambers for our imminent conversation with the Fabricator General of the Lake World's fleet. Cartisarchus Hectus Prime. The arrival of his envoy promises a lasting commercial alliance, but any oversight on your part will not be tolerated. Will be seen to your lordship in the best possible manner. If you have any other requests at this time. See that breakfast is prepared for us. We desire something light, very strained. A glass of pure water so complement the meal perfectly. You are dismissed.
Be on your guard.
Also, too, for the challenge, I feel like inventory gifts for the Lord Calixus. Letter MSF, 1 unit, add to the Lord Calixus collection. I'll receive personally. Lacerax trophy, ceremonial blades, astropath, already sent to Master Xiao. Creation shuttle, combat servitor, plant seeds, additional loads of jewelry. The inventory has been received, certified, and amended by Chamberlain several. Throne ensemble for a fountain. And we transfer this massive piece to the palace storage. But yeah, as far as the challenge goes, I know these three you have to pick up. Though you don't necessarily have to travel with them.
Always on the
And
move.
while all the others you have to interact with, you don't have to have them take them into the squad. At present, we are engaged in reigning festivities. We shall share the pleasure of your company after the event. Listen in. Succeeded. Castifcerarchus Hectus of Trine. To bestow upon you the blessing of type 3 verification. Every word you utter shall be heard by me and by the Omnissiah, for I am the conduit of his will. Receive. Yeah. It is definitely a case of you are meant to have a party, because otherwise, what the crap? Can you do everything solo? Yes, but be prepared to die a lot and probably save scum the crap out of things. The homicide has granted me insight into social friction between Lord General Udum and the Canoness Marsilia. I have personally witnessed their verbal interaction escalate into an exchange of hostile comments. To underscore the value of this observation, I hasten to share data regarding the Lord General. It comes to my attention that her political opponents are perishing. The frequency of such occurrence exceeds the parameters of statistical coincidence. Your report is accepted as significant. Your personal standing has been elevated from insignificant to moderately valuable. You are hereby mandated to experience joy and awe at this realization during your evening prayers. Now depart. May the Omnissiah bless your service.
No sense in delaying. The Holy Ordos teach vigilance. I always land on my feet.
Fair kit, nice. Nice. Dreaded Las pistol. Nice. Let's walk around the place before I put any of the actual people to talk to. Must be in place before the guard change. We'll be done, Captain.
Never still for long.
Locked.
Be on your guard.
What's this? Noted. The thermal sensors of the Coroplofidia dome have been adjusted. Machine spirits will no longer raise an alarm when the lower temperature limit is reached. Praise be to the outside. Listen closely to the suspicious grate. Hot, humid air rises from the grate and a faint grinding noise can be heard from the shaft, periodically giving way to a monotonous knocking sound. Despite where the shaft might lead. Most likely it is part of the Agri-Conservatory's ventilation system, and the shaft branches out under the floor, connecting to the domes that house the various plants. Who's there? There's no answer. The strange noises continue. Whoever it is, they're not concerned about being detected. Open the grate. Something large is stirring down below, under the pile of moldering soils and leaves. Extract the troublemaker. Fill. Here, a painful crack, but we still managed to pull the damp lump out of the shaft. Sludge drains away, revealing a servitor. Stares at you blankly for a few seconds, then channels away. Also, I've injured myself. Don't think I need to worry about any of those. But I probably do need to actually fix it. Eh. Whatever.
Reconnoitering. That
And
is
the fog glass
beyond
and
anyone's
growth, seen
ability.
top layer of moist hills. Scientists are on the machine that set the temperatures for the. Oh, this is only 20 as well as quick. Well, there has the standards already.
Always on the move.
Locked. Locked. Warping mechanism activated remotely. Process a senior tech priest is capable of granting access. Result of your complete disregard for duty, and you dared not read litany during the construction of the fortification. Yes, sir, General. My apologies. I was trying to finish on time. So you're accusing your senior officer of not giving you enough time? 13 ships on mess duty with the augments.
At once.
People and servitors are bustling about, setting up the checkpoint. Lord General Odom. Got a blast? Oh yeah, it is about that time, isn't it? Listen in. Oh yeah, thank you for joining. Probably won't be going much longer. Probably just gonna do the initial walk around and then probably be ending it. Actually, I might just be ending it here. I don't know. I'll probably be ending shortly. Oh yeah, thank you for joining. Have a good time. Lord General Udom sent 12 men to the upper halls and 5 to guard the tech chambers. Cogs start complaining, send them straight to me. For the love of all the saints' blood, put that crate somewhere out of sight. May I ask, Lord General, sir, what's in the crate? Medium, power packs, or weaponry? Where should it be delivered? To my private chambers. It's a gift from the Lord Calixus, to whom noble etiquette dictates that he send any guest of his some expensive treat, and I, as you can see, am a guest. I'm sure Marius would love to snub this time-worn custom, but it would damage his family name and cause a stir. Scandal will interfere with his. Oh, never mind that. Just get on with it. A sneeze? Slight rustling sound comes from the crate, followed by silence, and his fusilier grimly pushes a comm bead into his ear, completely absorbed in conversation. Who are you? Roland Klingenay. Please keep your voice down. For a second. I just wanted to attend celebration. And Roland, House Klingenay. I've become so poor that I have to polish my own boots. It's the last family heirloom I have left. Take it, but do not give me away. A gilded chrono drops from the crack to your feet. I should just take you at your word. You're a hired assassin. Just be joking. Mercenaries, this pathetic, don't exist. Please let me into the palace. So, fellow, you've heard stories about even more absurd assassins than this. I am planning on doing heretical playthrough, so screw it. We're not calling this guy out. Go ahead. The wheels crate to the palace unexpected. Inquisition's orders. For protect you, my savior. grave reads, our lives are measured not by years, but by acts in the names of the Imperium. Excuse me, there are many urgent box reports coming in. Missing violation of order at this checkpoint. Notified.
Never still for long.
Sure. So their seats are made of genuine leather. Either didn't notice or can't notice that door yet. Alright, I think I'm going to be ending stream here. I kind of came here without thinking about what time it is. But yeah. But yeah, anyways, stop getting distracted. I'm gonna be ending stream here.
Moving.
Well, I will continue Warhammer 40k, Dark Heresy. This heretical playthrough come next Friday. My next stream will be Monday with Elden Ring. And yeah, all that said though, that's going to be it for today. So, thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow, join the Discord, all those things and whatnot to help out. All that said, that's going to be it for today. So, have a good time, whatever time zone you're in. And yeah, bye for now. Wait, first, save the game. Okay, bye for now.